The traditional narrative of success, wealth, status, and recognition has been systematically deconstructed by research showing it often leads to emptiness rather than fulfillment. Studies reveal concerning statistics, CEOs have 40% higher suicide rates than average. Lawyers face the highest depression rates among professionals at 28%, and increased GDP doesn't correlate with increased happiness. Even the wealthiest 1% report lower life satisfaction than those in the broader top 10%. A client story illustrates this paradox. Despite achieving a 7-figure salary, corner office, and beautiful family life, they felt empty and disconnected, living someone else's definition of success. This distorted view of success has deep historical roots. Pre-industrial societies valued community contribution over individual accumulation. The Protestant work ethic linked wealth to divine favor, while the Industrial Revolution and advertising created artificial desires. The American dream of the 1950s exported a specific vision globally, though it was primarily accessible to white middle-class males. The neoliberal era championed individual achievement, while the tech boom glorified overnight billionaires. Social media has further distorted success metrics, turning achievement into performance art. Different cultural perspectives offer alternative frameworks. Ancient Greek philosophy emphasized eudaimonia, flourishing, over wealth, with Aristotle arguing that true happiness comes from virtue and meaningful activity. Buddhism sees traditional success metrics as sources of suffering, offering the Four Noble Truths as an alternative path. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca taught focusing on controllable elements, thoughts and responses, rather than external circumstances. Indigenous cultures measure success through community contribution, while Japanese concepts like ikigai balance personal fulfillment with societal benefit. Modern psychology provides evidence-based alternatives through models like self-determination theory, which identifies 3 core needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. The PERMA model defines well-being through positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, and achievement. Flow theory suggests optimal experience comes from matching skills with appropriate challenges. These frameworks consistently show that traditional success metrics address only a fraction of what creates lasting satisfaction. The neuroscience reveals how our brains process success and satisfaction. The dopamine-driven reward system, designed for resource-scarce environments, gets hijacked by modern stimuli. Neuroplasticity allows retraining our response patterns, while understanding cognitive biases helps manage social comparison and attribution errors. Mirror neurons make social comparison biologically ingrained, requiring conscious management of these impulses. Practical applications include morning intentionality practices, asking, "What would make today meaningful?" rather than just productive. Success metrics audits help examine goals, origins, and alignment with personal values. Daily relationship investments, gratitude practices, and skill development for joy create balanced fulfillment. Digital boundaries protect against comparison culture, while regular values check-ins ensure authentic direction. The multi-capital approach expands success beyond financial metrics to include human, social, spiritual, natural, and cultural capital. Viktor Frankl's purpose-driven framework emphasizes meaning through creative values, giving to the world, experiential values, receiving from the world, and attitudinal values, stance toward unavoidable suffering. The values-based approach focuses on living consistently with core beliefs, rather than external standards. Common obstacles include family pressure, financial constraints, and career limitations. The key is finding your enough point, rather than endlessly moving goalposts. Building supportive communities and focusing on impact over image helps navigate social judgment. Addressing imposter syndrome requires remembering that redefining success often demands more courage than following conventional paths. Research consistently shows relationships and community connection predict happiness better than achievement or wealth. The Harvard Grant study, spanning 80+ years, confirms this. Studies of lottery winners demonstrate hedonic adaptation. Both positive and negative life changes typically return to baseline happiness levels within 2 years. The 10-90 rule suggests only 10% of happiness comes from circumstances, while 90% derives from genetic predisposition, 50%, and intentional activities, 40%. Cultural change is emerging through evolving education systems, businesses prioritizing well-being, and alternative success metrics like Bhutan's gross national happiness. Some countries implement happiness metrics alongside GDP, recognizing traditional success measures' limitations. B Corp and social enterprises demonstrate viable alternatives to pure profit maximization. Success isn't about climbing higher on someone else's ladder, but building your own that leads somewhere meaningful. True success includes authentic values, meaningful relationships, contribution beyond self, continuous growth, present moment joy, and resilience independent of external circumstances. This involves regular reflection on what constitutes enough and conscious choices about which games we choose to play. The path forward isn't rejecting all traditional success measures, but choosing intentionally based on authentic values rather than unconscious programming. Success becomes a way of traveling rather than a destination, focused on who you become rather than what you achieve. This requires examining inherited beliefs about success and consciously creating new metrics aligned with personal values. The research shows we often overestimate how much external success we need for fulfillment, while underestimating the importance of relationships, purpose, and personal growth. Studies in positive psychology consistently demonstrate that once basic needs are met, additional wealth and status have diminishing returns on happiness. Meanwhile, investment in relationships, personal development, and meaningful contribution shows increasing returns. Practical tools for redefining success include regular values assessments, contribution-focused goal setting, and community building with like-minded individuals. The emphasis shifts from accumulation to regeneration, from competition to collaboration, and from external validation to internal alignment. This transformation requires courage, consciousness, and consistent small actions toward authentic success definitions. The challenge becomes living these principles in a world still largely oriented toward traditional success metrics. This means developing resilience, maintaining clear boundaries, and creating support systems that reinforce alternative values. It also means accepting that true success might look different from what society expects, requiring the courage to walk a unique path aligned with personal truth rather than external expectations. Thanks for watching and listening. If you'd like to support the channel, feel free to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, or even become a channel member by hitting the join button. And don't forget, you can also use your hype points to show some extra love. See you in the next video.